What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. And today, we got a special type of video um, that has been put on hold for a little bit, but now we're finally making it. I'm
Yep.
here. I'm here with Dylan. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So, the Milwaukee Bucks were in a difficult situation after the 2020 bubble, where they got eliminated in 5 games against the Miami Heat. The Milwaukee Bucks organization was in critical mode as they had to make Giannis, an impending free agent, happy, and they had to make a trade. Eric Bledsoe was obviously not the point guard of the future and was absolutely terrible. So the Milwaukee Bucks were in critical mode. They needed to make Giannis happy and also make Giannis happy to sign the extension and also put a competitive team around with limited amount of assets. The first thought we thought about was a Chris Paul trade that we wanted. We thought Chris Paul would be a good fit and that Chris Paul would help us for the foreseeable future. But then a
Yep.
trade happened between the Milwaukee Bucks and a 4-team transaction that got Milwaukee Bucks Jrue Holiday and Sam Merrill. The Pelicans got back Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe, 2 unprotected first-round picks in 2025 and 2027, and 2 first-round pick swaps in 2024 and 2026. The Oklahoma City got involved in the transaction, sending away Steven Adams to the Pelicans, and in exchange getting George Hill in the deal, Josh Gray, Kendrick Williams, Zion Cheatman, Darius Miller, a 2023 first-round pick via Denver, and 2 second-round picks. And the Denver Nuggets would acquire a 2020 first-round pick via Milwaukee, which ended up being R.J. Hampton, which down the line they would flip for Aaron Gordon. That trade at the time made Giannis happy, but before that happened, there was the Bogdan Bogdanovic situation where the Milwaukee Bucks and the Kings on the same day, literally maybe 15 minutes later.
We actually did a podcast in the middle of it too a year ago.
Yeah. In the same day, maybe 10 or 15 minutes apart, the Milwaukee Bucks and Sacramento Kings originally agreed to a deal that would send Bogdan Bogdanovic and Justin James to the Milwaukee Bucks in exchange for Dante DiVincenzo, Ersan Ilyasova, and DJ Wilson. But the trade would fall through due to, quote, tampering and that you're not allowed to agree to a contract yet or talk with contracts. So the Milwaukee Bucks had to release Ersan Ilyasova, who was a piece of that trade for Bogdan Bogdanovic, and the trade eventually fell through because, well, the Bucks didn't really have any other contracts to trade away or did not want to because they were critical parts of the team.
That and also Bogdan and his agent, I know, have a history of actually backing on and getting more from another team or something.
Yeah, his agent has done this many times before with other players where he would agree to a deal, back out, and then get more money from another team. But in the NBA investigation, the Milwaukee Bucks lost a 2022 second round pick due to tampering, when other teams tamper all the time, and yeah, it's never gonna change. But then, after maybe a month later, Giannis Antetokounmpo finally signed the Supermax extension, and then down the line in the season, Jrue Holiday signed a 4-year deal with Milwaukee to remain a Buck. So, I know that's a lot of information that just got thrown to your head. But at the time of the deal, I was like, oh, okay, sweet, a massive upgrade. Sure, it's a lot of picks to give up, but when you're all in, okay, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's see how it works, and it better work out. But of course, there was a massive risk because if the Milwaukee Bucks if Giannis was not signing the extension and Jrue Holiday did not sign an extension, there was, of course, the risk of Jrue opting out of his player option and then getting a massive deal from like another team. And then, boom, there goes all of your picks, potentially Giannis. But that didn't happen. Jrue Holiday was happy with the system. Jrue Holiday was happy here and decided to sign a contract extension.
Yep.
Thank God.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd have been like the Paul Pierce Garnett, Jason Terry trade with the Celtics all over again. Those
So,
picks would probably be top lottery picks then, but thankfully we don't have to worry about that.
so let's break down this trade 1 year later. Jrue Holiday, obviously, still Milwaukee. Sam Merrill was flipped for Grayson Allen. 2 second-round picks were also involved with Memphis. Eric Bledsoe's in LA. Steven Adams is in Memphis. George Hill is back with the Bucks. I don't care for those Thunder players they got in return. I don't care for that.
I hope Henrik Williams is still there because I remember seeing him the other night when the Bucks played them, but I don't know about the rest.
Yeah. RJ Hampton was eventually flipped in a midseason trade for Aaron Gordon, which honestly was the best possible thing for them because RJ Hampton wasn't getting the playing time. He wasn't going to because they also had Monte Morris and Jamal Murray. So yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. So basically, the Pelicans got 1 year of Steven Adams, 1 year of Eric Bledsoe, and 1 year of probably the worst team around Zion Williamson in the history of team building. Oh my god. They had like lineups of Eric Bledsoe and Lonzo Ball together, along with Zion and Steven Adams. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, that has to be the worst 3-point shooting lineup. I mean, okay, never mind. The Greg Monroe, Andre Drummond, Josh Smith will be the worst, but in Detroit. But that has to be one of the worst lineups in NBA history in terms of shooting. I'm like, good lord, what are they thinking?
Yeah. Looking at it now, the Bucks basically robbed not just the Pelicans, but multiple teams. They ended up, I guess, the Bogan situation we can talk about first before talking about Grayson Allen because we flipped Merrill for him basically. Just
Yep, ended up flipping Sam Merrill after 1 year. He got his free ring of sitting on his ass.
yep.
And also 2 future seconds for Grayson Allen. And then we gave him a 2-year, $20 million extension right away. On top of that,
And looking at it now, it's looking like a huge steal. Grayson Allen is actually in the most improved player award thing I seen just earlier today, and I think he's averaging like 16 points a game.
that probably will go down with Middleton returning, but I'm glad he's doing it. I'm glad he's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got George Hill back. Thunder got a bunch of bench warmer players and picks.
More picks and bench more guys that'll probably get cut or traded or something.
So yeah, I mean, hell, looking back at it now, it's a big time steal. The Bucks ended up getting an upgrade at point guard and got a championship.
And then they got Grayson Allen essentially for Sam Merrill. I guess we'll see what the 2 second-round picks turn into, but right now the Bucks stole basically Grayson Allen from Memphis.
Yeah. And we also got back George Hill, who was traded in that deal too.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, now I'm actually glad the Bogan deal didn't go through. I'm still kind of pissed we lost a pick out of it for no reason. But if we got bogged down, we probably don't get PJ Tucker then for our championship run, and then who knows, we even get Grayson Allen then.
True.
And
Yeah.
Grayson Allen's been a beast. And we
Ye-
still got Devontae as well. That will be a nice piece once he's back from his injury.
Yeah, and the thing, and then also a report came out after the Jrue Holiday trade that the Bucks were not even interested in a Chris Paul trade, and I'm like, that's fair enough. We would have to throw in like Brooke Lopez or get another team involved because we wouldn't have had the cap space to fill in that deal.
Uh huh.
So yeah, I think I think that should do it for this video. But yeah, looking back on it, it's a really good deal for us. Bad deal for the Pelicans, unless those picks really turn into something, which probably won't. That's like 5 or 6 years down the line. If we're wrong, come back to this and be like, haha, Pelicans got a title. We'll be like, okay, we got a one earlier.
I'd say it was a fair trade then. Worst case scenario, that's the worst case now for Milwaukee. It'd be a fair trade.
But I think that's gonna do it. So make sure you leave your opinion down below and comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.